Hey, what's up? Dave Watts with Winwell Tennis here, and today we are introducing the new Radical line. So Head just updated these Radicals, and it's not just a cosmetic update. They've done a little bit with the technology here. First and foremost, they've introduced something that's actually, well, it's been introduced in some of the other racket lines, but they've introduced it to the Radical called Graphene Touch. And what it is, it's a dampening system. It offers a more muted feel. So like if you use a dampener on a racket, it's similar to that, but it's integrated more into the racket. So if you like that kind of thud feel when you hit the ball, these rackets naturally produce that. If you like a really crisp, pingy sound in your racket, this probably isn't the feel you're looking for. But a big question I get asked in the shop is which one to go with, right? So there's three different lines. There's the S, the MP, and the Pro right now. And even though they look the same, they are pretty dramatically different. And so just to help you kind of decide, I'm just gonna give a few keys on each of the iterations of the frame. So the Radical S is the most user-friendly of all the rackets. And so if you're a junior player who is just maybe starting to go into your first kind of 27-inch adult racket, or a kind of a beginner league player that wants a light racket, this is a great option. It's 102 square inch head, so it's a little bit bigger. I kind of consider 100 as kind of like your midpoint. Anything above 100 I consider slightly bigger, and below 100 slightly smaller. And so 102 gives us a slightly bigger head size. The flex on it is 61. So all that really means is it's a really soft feeling racket. And so it's pretty arm friendly for being such a light racket. The weight on it is really light, and the beam width is pretty thick. So it's gonna be a light, stable racket that's really good for kind of a beginner. The Radical MP is 10.4 ounces, so still pretty light. I kind of consider 10.6 the midpoint, so anything below 10.6 I consider light, above 10.6 slightly heavy. That's just my personal opinion. But anyway, on this one, it's 10.4 ounces, so it's a great racket for customizing. So adding weight to this and getting exactly how you want it, I think it's a great platform for that. Anyway, 10.4 ounces, it's a little bit thinner beam than the S, so it glides a little more easily through the air. The stiffness is 66 or 65, somewhere around there. So it's a little bit stiffer than the S version, but still pretty user-friendly. Has the Graphene Touch technology, so still pretty arm-friendly as well. But anyway, this is kind of a great intermediate to advanced player frame, but on the lighter side of that. And last but not least is the Radical Pro. This is definitely the most player-oriented of all of the frames. I think it's 10.8 or 10.9, 10.9 unstrung. Flex is gonna be around 65 or 66. So it's basically just a heavier version of this racket. And again, these are both 98, whereas the S is 102, so you're dropping 4 square inches in head size. And I guess, again, this would be your most beginner, this is more your intermediate, this is more of your advanced frame, going from lightest to heaviest as well. So I hope that helps out, and again, this is the new Head Radical line, and come by the shop and check it out. Let us know if you have any questions.